Hi everyone, and welcome back to the virtual classroom where we look, listen and learn together. I've been looking at seasons, and I've been looking at the seasons throughout the whole year, and I looked at the 7 seasons of the Kulin nation, and these 7 seasons show a more accurate and detailed description of what happens throughout the year in Victoria, in the Melbourne region of Australia. And it tells us about the different changes in the light and the darkness, the stars that appear in the sky, the relationships that plants and animals have at that time, the growth of plants, and the changes in the rivers flowing, and the animals that live in the rivers, and the general rhythm of movements that happens at the different times of the year. So there are 7 seasons in the Kulin Nation's calendar. You can see them here on this diagram. And I drew this diagram in my big book. I'll show you what I drew. There are 7 sections to that circle that you have to draw. You can see here. So I drew those 7 seasons, and then I needed to work out which season I was in at the moment. I thought about what month I was in. That month was May. So I had to look around this circle to find May. And from April to July is the worrying season, and that's the wombat season, where the wombats feed on the grasses that have come out. I thought I might do a drawing of the worrying season. I'm going to turn to a new page in my book, and I'm going to get a pen. I'm going to draw a wombat because that's the start of the season there. It tells us. And this wombat is walking. It's got its ear, little pointy ear there. It's got quite a round body, this wombat. Go. An eye. I need to practice my wombat drawing skills. It's got quite a round nose, the wombat. This wombat is in the grass, foraging for some nice juicy grass that's come out from the months April to July. Also in this season, some ferns appear, these beautiful fern plants that love the cooler conditions. They love a wet rainforest, sort of feathery ferns. Some can be quite big. You can draw some ferns. There we go. There's also lyrebirds, superb lyrebirds that come from Tasmania to Victoria for breeding. So I might draw those, the beautiful tail of the lyrebird. Go. Beautiful lyrebird. The weather gets a bit cooler and misty. I might even draw some raindrops falling down, because sometimes in the cooler months there should be more rainfall. It varies year to year. Maybe some clouds in the sky, some mist or wind on those windy, cool days. I thought maybe I could paint my picture too. So I have my paints here. I'm going to use a lot of different colours for this picture. There's a lot of different things happening. I've got my jar of water for my watercolours. There we go. And the wombat. It's going to be a brown wombat. This wombat. We'll get some brown. Paint the wombat. Spread that colour all across the beautiful wombat. And once you have the outline of your animals, you can paint them in. Cover the whole wombat's body in some brown. This looks like a friendly looking wombat, doesn't it? the way down there, cover its whole body. They get pretty hungry in winter and they like to eat a lot of the grass that is around. There is the wombat. Fairy wombat. You might like to paint some of the grasses that are on the ground. It's quite green at this time of the year too, because it's not the dry season. It's quite a wet time of the year in Victoria. Might be wet in different parts of the world, but in Victoria it's quite wet. Then the ferns. Cover those ferns in that bright green colour. I know I went for a drive through the Black Spur the other weekend, and it was covered in ferns. The Black Spur is where there are beautiful mountain ash tall trees growing, and those trees have been around for a very, very long time and have been protected and have been quite strong to survive against fire that has come through. But in winter, the environment looks so green. This beautiful bird down the bottom that we will paint, sort of got a brown tail, the lyrebird. Has come from Tasmania to Victoria at this time. What about some of that rain? It's hard to show the raindrops, but I might paint some of those raindrops in blue to show you that it's raining a little bit. Quite foggy and misty at this time of the year. There we go, some clouds. Sometimes there are blue skies in winter. We get some beautiful blue skies, but other times it might be a bit cloudy and grey. So I might do a mix of those. There we go. There's a picture that shows us the warring season, the wombat season, that the people of the Kulin Nation understand it to be. I think it's a really great way of understanding what happens in the world and the interconnectedness of all things. It's like a web of interconnected elements with the plants and the animals and the climate that's happening, the changes in climate. The days are definitely getting shorter at this time of the year. Maybe you can do a drawing of the season that you're in right now, connected to the Kulin Nation. Or you can do some research of the Indigenous people in your area as well. I hope you have a nice time drawing about the season that you're in, where you are. Maybe you could draw a wombat. I'll see you next time. Bye.